we all now know, USAID. They're screaming about Elon Musk over there, but hey, George Soros and his boy are okay. They scream that we're all a threat to democracy when they've been systematically dismantling democracy before our eyes. They've been caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and there's no going back. So I would tell my colleagues across the other side of the aisle, take your salty tears and sit right back down. USAID has long strayed from its mission to effectively and efficiently administer aid to advance American interests.
Through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government. Thank you, guys.
Elon Musk just broke the hornet's nest in half as USAID is being shut down and Democrats are running for the hills, and even some calling for war against the billionaire who is taking control of the data systems and finding out all of the corruption and where the funds of our tax dollars have been going over the past few years here, and honestly decades. It's been going on forever, and I'm so happy to see this happening. But there is something very, very exciting as a crypto potential within this conversation I don't think anyone is talking about. And that's what we're going to talk about here today on the Blockchain Basement. Make sure you're liking, subscribing to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Make sure you don't miss a beat of our videos. Now, Elon Musk has already talked about potentially putting the U.S. federal government budget on the blockchain. Now, it's been discussed back and forth on if it would be a in-house government created blockchain they would utilize to create this transparency, or would it be a private sector already existing blockchain? Elon Musk has already made it clear that he knows the private sector is more powerful with innovation. I do believe that he's going to be potentially looking at some of these projects to bring the transparency to where our tax dollars are going so that the people of the United States feel more comfortable with their leadership and where their money is going. There's been a lot of rumors going around on which will be the top contenders in this conversation, and I have a few thoughts on this for blockchains we should be watching out for in 2025 that might make absolute history, being the first blockchains to be utilized from the private sector to control and bring transparency to government spending. And here is the list. First up on the list, Constellation DAG. Constellation DAG has been working with the United States government on many different levels with the Air Force and the Treasury, but with this program, Iron Spider.
When we say we're America's trusted blockchain, I know a lot of companies are saying we're an American blockchain because we're based in America. The trusted is what sets us apart. That validation from the Air Force Research Laboratory, as well as others, like the CTO of US Transcom, saying that this is secure, scalable, and approved for DoD use.
Now, Iron Spider, as you just saw in the video, has been working at the ranks of all of the different levels possible within mostly the communications side of the US government. Now, they're making sure that the data is secure and can be accessed at all times by allowed individuals. But Constellation DAG's long history of being involved with the government, in my mind, gives it a good chance at being a dark horse being chosen for this type of movement. It's highly secure, very robust blockchain system that already has a foot in the door with the US government. Second up on the list is a potential that Cardano might be in talks. Charles Hoskinson is very close with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and had a meeting with Elon Musk in November of 2024 when he met up with him at SpaceX. Couldn't talk too much about the meeting, acting very weary about letting people know what's coming, as he highlighted that there is a non-disclosure agreement, or an NDA, which he's hoping he can start talking about soon, but all ears are to the ground waiting for that announcement from Charles Hoskinson. But for some reason, he seems very excited about the month of February. Now,
still working on some of the deals that are under NDA. Can't say anything yet, but some momentum on it. Broadening the scope a little bit, having some fun with it. We'll see where it takes us. There's no huge urgency, but we're getting it done. And meeting a very special person towards the end of the month. Can't say who it is. Just getting stuff set up for that. So February is going to be a good month. we're getting things done.
Now, for Cardano, it is a highly decentralized system, and it would make sense a system as robust as Cardano would be a top contender for something like this. One thing that it does have going for it is it's a little bit muddy on if it is based in the United States. I know there's some Hong Kong affiliation, but with Charles Hoskinson operating out of Wyoming, I would not be surprised to see Charles Hoskinson with at least a foot in the door on getting his opinion heard on the Hill and at the crypto board being designed by Donald Trump. Third on my mind in this conversation comes from the man who has become what they call the crypto czar for the United States, the crypto and AI czar, and this man is David Sachs. David Sachs, as we all know, has been very, very bullish on Solana for quite some time. Now, Solana has some moments where it goes down, yes, but at large, it's a very, very competitive blockchain that seems to have gathered a lot of steam during 2023, 2024, and 2025. So don't count out Solana in this mix of potentiality, but let me know down in the comments what you think would be the top contender for Elon Musk to choose as a blockchain to put the federal government onto and bring transparency back to the United States people. This is what crypto was made for: transparency, immutability, and access to information across the world. And I am loving seeing this conversation come to the forefront. So let me know down in the comments what you think will be the top contenders here. Make sure to pick up an Arculus cold storage wallet and use code BASE10, link down in the description. Whichever one of these blockchains gets chosen is going to absolutely moon. So thinking about these things ahead of time could be one of the life-changing things that we make. Could be a life-changing move should we see it happen this or next year. And I'll see you at the top.